Hey Sagittarius, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. Let's do your reading for the first half of July. This is a general read. Please keep that in mind. Messages may or may not resonate, so just take the ones that do and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personalized reading, I do offer them via Zoom. You can contact me below in the description box. And thank you so much everybody for all of your support in advance. I want to thank you for your likes, shares, subscriptions, comments, all the new followers. My name is Alex. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And Sagittarius, let's see what's going on with you guys. First half of July. What messages need to come through, please, for my Sagittarians? Okay, that's a huge clump of cards, but let's take them. That's what it's doing. Okay. Sagittarius, you got a lot of majors here too. I just did Leo and they had a lot of majors. You've got the Hermit, the Justice, the Strength card, the Death card, the Nine of Wands, and the King of Swords. I feel like I'm getting the word slow death on something. It's a slow death with this Nine of Wands and the Death card. You are trying so hard to find balance in a situation here, Sagittarius, and to maintain your strength along the way. But I feel like ultimately, whatever it is that you're going through right now, whether this is a relationship or a situation, job, I feel like it requires your attention of inner self. It's something that if, you know, the Hermit beside the Justice and the Strength, it's taking a lot of strength from some of you to be in your own skin, to be alone, to reflect on what it is that's imbalanced in your life. This Justice card is showing me the Libra energy. You've got Leo energy, Scorpio, and Virgo with the Hermit. You could be dealing with one of those. For some of you, I see this King of Swords at the very end, which could be somebody that's not really showing a lot of emotional connection to you. You're not understanding them. It's like a non-communicator, somebody that is really just maybe sticking to what they know and what they want. And, you know, they're only following. They're headstrong. They could be a sense of a little bit full of themselves, for lack of a better term, but somebody that's only thinking about themselves. Self-centered, possibly. But I feel like this person knows what they want, but I feel like you, on the other hand, are having a difficult time as you see this situation slowly die. The Death with the Nine of Wands, and you're trying so hard to keep things in balance, but it might end up that you need to be alone for a little while here, Sagittarius, in your own thoughts, because you're out of balance and you need to regain a sense of your own, because it's not feeling, not only is the Justice like out of balance, but it's an unfair feeling. And so maybe some of you are trying to prevent walking away or ending it suddenly. Some of you want to throw your hands up on a situation and just end it. I also see here with the Nine of Wands and the Death card, this slow death is also preventing the transformation, the change that's required. And I feel here that somebody has some lessons to learn. I feel like somebody here could be a little bit of a know-it-all, or feel like they have all the knowing or all the knowledge to a situation and what you or what this scenario involves. It's like they don't have all the answers. Whether they think they do or whether you're expecting answers from this person, Sag, it seems to be like you don't want to give up. I feel like you don't have to give up, but it seems like it's a slow death. The Nine of Wands is like, you know, you've come this far. You might as well figure it out right to the very end, because I feel like you want to know, or this person wants to know. This King of Swords is sort of in his mind. It's very air energy, very Aquarian there. For some reason, you're having a difficult time understanding how to balance, how to justify the feeling that you have. It's like you're torn between the logic and the emotion with the Justice. It's like logical, but I feel like this is why being in the quiet kind of gets you out of your mind. It puts you in a bit of a restful place. It puts you in that quiet contemplation mode where you're like, I got to get this out of my mind and I have to feel it out. Okay? Because there's this thing about, yes, the Justice is a very, logical process, but you're trying very hard to keep it at that. You're trying to, it's like, I feel like the Strength card's trying to cooperate with the Justice. It's trying to cooperate, saying like, I'm trying to stay logical, but you're in conflict with the Hermit, and you're in conflict with, I need to just feel this out on my own by contemplating, by feeling, by being in my quiet space, so that I can see what my future holds or what this situation holds in the the longer term. So I feel like some of you are trying to keep it all together, or you're trying to play by what you think is the rule book, but the real answers come to you when you spend this quiet time alone, contemplating and sort of meditating, thinking things through. But for some reason, you guys are having a difficult time being alone. I don't know. It's not easy for some of you, at least during this time. I'm also getting, I don't know why, this is just showing up to me that a lot of you have a fear of heights. Maybe you have a fear of loneliness. You might feel like when you're alone, you fall. There's something to do with a fear of, but it's fear of heights and or being alone. Maybe it's being single. Some people just cannot be alone. They have a difficult time with that. I know people who cannot be alone. It's very important to learn this balance in life, and see, the thing is like the Strength card, I feel like you have to be headstrong about that. You have to be headstrong that you're okay on your own, but that's what's kind of tripping you up. Let that articulate more. I'll let it sit for a sec, but it's like, as well, you're kind of turning your back on allowing something to be what it is. You're trying to hold up a barge that is like a slow death, because it's like the bar, like you're holding up the wall and the water's seeping through this dam. And it's like, it's a slow death. It's a slow drowning. Sometimes we got to let go, surrender, and just say, you know what? I'm just going to have to be with this on my own. But this Nine of Wands doesn't want to give up. There's a pleasing of this King of Swords. This King of Swords, see what I'm saying? Let me show you something here. This King of Swords is watching this other person do all the heavy lifting and all the battle and all the work. They have to struggle to make this person say, I know what I want, or I know the truth of something, or, they're not willing to get down with you and do the hard work, which is why I feel like it's a slow death, because it's at the cost of you. And is there true transformation here? I was going to say Leo, Sagittarius. There's Strength card here, which is Leo. Is there true transformation here? Do you really need something? Because the Death card shows us to let go of the things that no longer serve us purpose in our life, and to allow new birth, new beginnings, transformation. But again, some of you are like putting your solitude to the test. How long can I push this through before I have to be by myself? How long can I prolong this, or how long can I make this go before I have to be alone? It's unfair to yourself. The Justice with the Hermit, it's unfair to the Hermit. It's unfair to yourself. But somebody here is really headstrong as well with that King of Swords, and is like, they're testing or your strength is being tested. Okay, Sag, that was a lot. Let's see what else comes through here for you. Tell us more here, please, for Sagittarius. I can't take these massive clumps like that. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, struggling, waiting for somebody to help us, waiting for something to, you know, show us a sense of relief here. Like, I've struggled enough. Four of Cups. Okay, you're not getting your needs met here, Leo. Or why do I keep saying Leo? Maybe some of you have a lot of Leo, or you're dealing with a Leo. You're not getting your needs met here. Four of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you, there is an emphasis here. You've got to focus on your work. Because you've got to start to produce financial abundance for yourself. You've got to see results. So you've got to put your responsibilities in front here, because you are, you're not having your needs met here. It's not getting the fulfillment that you deserve for the amount of effort and work that you put in. I'm getting like you might as well struggle on your own. You might as well face the struggle by yourself than to struggle for somebody else's benefit while you struggle anyways. And at the same time, it might be affecting your work. So this could be completely revolving around someone's workplace. There could be somebody here who does have some legal thing here with the Justice card, where you just feel completely exhausted trying to maybe prove a case, or, you know, there could be something there with legal issues where you're just like, this is just such a slow death process that you just need it to come to an end, but you can't give up on it because you deserve the justice. You have to get your fair treatment here. So just that came up. A lot of you, because you're going through this struggle and you're trying to figure out the answer to something that may not present itself so easily. So you could be really overworking yourself, literally trying to understand what the formulation is to a problem that you may not need to, or you may not have. There may not be an answer or a solution to this problem, because you have to let it follow its own course organically. It's like there's some kind of plan or blueprint or written process, writing down things. It's almost like, I'm getting like pros and cons. You know, we're writing down something to try to help us find the solution, or like to justify why you would cause the death to happen on this, why you would end it. So there's like, it's difficult because maybe you do a pros and cons and there's one more pro than a con, and you're like, see, it's a reason for me to save something. But maybe the cons are so impactful. You have a lot of major arcanas, like maybe the cons are like, or the negatives or whatever, the weaknesses versus the strengths, maybe they're so like impactful or big, they have great meaning to them, that only one or two of them would indicate an ending, even if there was 10 pros, because the negatives are so severe. Okay. They're not, they're imperative. Like they make a big difference, which is kind of like, we always say, do I have more pros or do I have more cons? Well, the cons are so strong that you don't need a lot for that to just be the answer. But you're trying to justify, you're trying to figure this out here, Sagittarius, and you're struggling, and it's going to affect, you're accepting offers that really you don't necessarily need to or even want to, but for some reason you're accepting and settling. Tell us more, please, for Sag. New beginnings in love, Ace of Cups, guys. So for some of you, this is love. This is relationships. There is a new beginning for you here. Okay, let me know. Tell me more here. King of Pentacles. Okay, there you go, guys. There's a security here that is required. Somebody that makes you feel grounded. This King of Swords, male or female, doesn't matter, but I feel like this is somebody that's really headstrong. You feel mentally like something's up. There could be a lot of animosity there. There could be a little bit of a mental head game, but not, there's like something where I feel like you need something here that's showing you the new beginning. If it's a relationship, is somebody who, again, it's also financial abundance. So maybe that whole thing is this person doesn't have a job. This person has no form of income. And maybe that's one of the cons where you're like, this person has, I'm not judging, but maybe they have nothing to their name. They can't provide anything in terms of financially anyways. And maybe that's an impact that you have to consider. And so it's looking for something here that's going to be stable, that's grounded, that's secure, that's a little bit more of a homebody type of energy where they're comfortable in a down-to-earth manner. They're not so in their head like they know it all or that they have an egotistical side to them. Okay. I also feel here that with the Ace of Cups being water and the earth of a king, the earth and the water mix well together. This is a better fit for you. Whereas water and air, they don't really mix. Okay? Actually, I feel like that air is like the bubbles, you know? We're holding our breath. Someone's holding their breath underwater here. Someone's holding their breath for this. It's like, I'm just holding my breath, hoping that something will change here. But eventually those bubbles are that breath is gonna be released slowly but surely. It's a slow death. You have to come up for air eventually. King of Pentacles is a much more stable energy here. That's much more abundant and available. And there's a financial security here as well. Because like I said, you're doing all the work for this person. So maybe you're doing all the work and you're providing financial abundance or sustenance for this situation as well. If it's a job, it's like you're doing all this work and not getting paid for your worth. But you're taking the job because you're trying to save it for whatever reason. So use this reading as it relates to you. All right, guys, I want to leave it there. I'm going to do a Wisdom of the Tao. I'm leaving it there because I think the message is pretty clear for what you need to do here. Okay, the Hermit is showing a big indicator. And it is showing a new beginning. That's a little bit more of a fit, a lock and key fit here with the water with the earth. Okay. There's something where your mind is just, you're not seeing eye to eye on this. There's something that someone is set in their ways and you are struggling or holding on to try to be in it, but you can't handle their thinking or you can't understand each other's thinking. Someone could be making you feel like your responsibility is to do all the heavy lifting. And you're worried about what they think if you change up things or if you weren't behaving this way. It's almost like the expectations were set, or the behavior of this connection was like a certain way, and you kept feeling like I'm supposed to do all the heavy lifting because that's what this person made me think. Okay, you guys are getting clumps of cards. I'm going to take them because there's a bunch of messages, but it's the way your reading's been coming out. So let's give you all these messages. We've got 5, okay? I don't even know if I can give you all these 5. Let's see here. Refuse to be used. I'm just going to paraphrase these. That's pretty literal. Refuse to be used. All is well. The Guan Yin goddess brings you enlightenment and impregnable protection. She fills her vase with your fears and your worries and releases them to the ocean. All is well. There's that water holding your breath, everything being released to the ocean. Okay? A sense of drowning. I don't know which one to take here. Earn it. Abandon your ego and work towards your goal one step at a time. Education, virtue, and diligence allow a soul's inner wisdom to manifest itself. There is no shortcut. You must earn it. Okay? So some of you, that's interesting because I feel like it's almost like there's no shortcut, but heck, man, this is a long cut. This is a long road. Be flexible. Everything happens for a reason. There are many options out there. Perfection is an illusion. You can move forward even while going against the current. Particularity will divert you from your destination. And mountain, and you also got the word solitude right beside the word mountain, which is that hermit energy. The solitude from the northeast indicates a fresh new cycle. Meditate and reflect upon your accomplishments and your lessons learned. Engage in emotional and physical cleansing to elicit new ideas. Make the best of your timing, end of winter, beginning of spring. Also, this is talking about the emotional, which is the water, and the physical, which is the earth of the I was going to say Taurus, but it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's earth energy with the King of Pentacles. So there is something here for some of you that are to engage in emotional and physical cleansing. And this is like a cup of water. So there could be something there that needs to purge or emotionally spill over. All right, Sagittarius, that was an interesting reading. You got a lot of messages there. I hope it helps you guys. Thanks so much for all your support, and I'll see you soon. Take care.